Iowa, a land known for its vast fields and agricultural abundance. But in an era of chasing yields and pushing to get the most from every acre, conventional farming practices are putting tremendous strain upon our natural resources, including water pollution, erosion, and extensive damage to the health of our soil.
Our conventional farms is putting the strain on our natural resources by reducing the ability for plants within our soils to take up nutrients that are historically there because of our very fertile soils, and that's as a result of the increase of herbicides and pesticides and synthetic fertilizers that kill the living material and life within our soil that help make those nutrients available for our plants.
Johnson County Soil and Water Conservation District believes that we can improve our methods through the promotion of local foods and sustainable agriculture, but only with public understanding and support. With this in mind, the Community Meal Project was born.
One of our objectives for the Community Meal Project is to help educate and promote management practices that help reduce negative impacts on our natural resources. In 2014, we'll be doing a series of workshops and field days that will help highlight some of these issues. This will all culminate in 2015 with a community meal, which will involve a number of community partners and citizens that are interested in talking about these issues over food that's grown locally.
Focused on Iowa City's Longfellow neighborhood, which straddles an important urban watershed, this project will begin in 2014 as district staff partners with students from the University of Iowa using GIS tools to collect data on soils, topography, existing and potential gardens, and conservation practices. Residents will be invited to view the results at a neighborhood kickoff meeting, then be encouraged to take part in gardening demonstrations, discussion groups, and other activities to follow throughout the year. These events will allow participants to learn about best management practices for both urban and rural settings, gain appreciation for local foods, and will inspire renewed relationships with the land. A community meal will follow in the spring of 2015, when participants will gather with neighbors, conservationists, farmers, and policymakers to discuss and reflect upon their experiences. The hope is that this might close the disconnect between consumption habits and production practices, and while conservation efforts more commonly focus on farmland, there is immense value to hosting this unique project in an urban neighborhood.
While most of the area of Iowa is used for agricultural purposes, most of our population lives in the urban setting. Urban folks need to understand what conservation means to all of this ground. So, by having this meal, we'll be able to bring the urban folks in, inform them what's happening with agriculture, the new things that are happening with conservation on the ag land, such as cover crops, strip till, wetland reconstruction. These are the sorts of policies that get made at the legislative level, but the people in the urban areas will need to have a say in how agricultural policy is made, and a well-informed decision is a good decision.
Please join us in realizing the potential of the Community Meal Project and help us build support for sustainable agriculture in Iowa.